Welcome to another episode of What's New at Cosmic Toys. This week I got a real random selection for you, including some bagfuls of Transformers that came in. Buff, modern and vintage. There's Marvel Legends. There's some really cool, awesome lots of Lord of the Rings things and other stuff that I got at the new Oberon Auctions. And on top of that, I got a pile, an absolute pile, of Star Wars Black Series. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you there. I was just reading one of these mangas that Joe had brought in. Mobile Gundam Wing. Endless Waltz, Glory of the Losers. Brilliant stuff. Really good. It brought me in the entire collection. Look at that. Well, yeah. Why not look at that? That's right, the full series, volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the final volume, 14. Yeah, sorry guys, but these are going as a set because I don't want someone coming in buying volume 1, not buying the rest, and then nobody else buying them either because they haven't got a volume 1. Another set as well is this Savage Avengers. I almost said Savage Garden then, you know. It's a set of 5. Got volume 1, City of Sickles. Volume 2, To Dine with Doom. 3, Enter the Dragon. 4, King in Black. 5, The Defilement of All Things by the Cannibal Sorcerer Kulunga. So that's the whole series of those, and then there's the first volume from the next series, which is Time is the Sharpest Edge. He also brought me in, did Joe, Devil's Reign and Dark Ages, and a couple of Marvel Legends figures. We've got War Machine from the retro Iron Man wave, and the camo exclusive edition Punisher. So, cheers, Joe. Attack of the Clones, indeed. Another Joe. This has all come from Spectrum Flipper. You'll find him on YouTube as well. Brought me these in. We've got loads and loads of clones and other troopers. We've got the 501st clones loose there. We'll go through the loose ones first. Bo-Katan Kreese and Koska Reeves, Axe Wolves and Heavy Infantry. Heavy Infantry was it? Heavy Mandalorian anyway. And we've also got a Loyalist Mandalorian back there as well. Super Commando, I believe he is. Not so easy to find. Grand Moff Tarkin, Darth Vader. Loads of Stormtroopers and the one and only Emperor. Boxed, we've got 4 of the Bad Batch Elite Clone Troopers back there. Elite Squad Clone Trooper, is it? 4 of the 187 Battalion Clone Trooper and 4 of the Phase 2 Clone Trooper. We've got Pre-Vizsla. All these have been out of the boxes, by the way. Death Watch Mandalorian, Commander Cody. Wrecker from the Bad Batch. Camino Clone Trooper. Tech from the Bad Batch. Commander Bly, favourite of mine. And a Stormtrooper Commander from the Force Unleashed video game. And there's also the Deluxe Boba Fett as well from Return of the Jedi. One hell of a little collection you had there, Joe. And this next lot was actually the first batch that was traded in this week. Some Marvel Legends and some Motu figures. First of the Marvel Legends is Spinneret from that 2-pack box set that they brought out. And we've got the hood from the Zemnu Wave, and I think that's the retro Marvel Legends Classics retro, whatever it is, Hobgoblin, and the Herald of Galactus Thor there. There's a nice set of Fantastic Four. These will be going as a set as well. So there's the Thing back there, Johnny Storm, of which there is a spare, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and Johnny Storm blazing on. There's also these bunch of Motu figures. We've got New Eternia He-Man, Roboto, Merman, Spikor, Mossman, and Beastman, all of which are from Revelation. Masters of the Universe Revelation, except of course New Eternia He-Man. And the same trader, same vendor also brought me in this, which is a little bit weird. I thought it was odd when he offered it to me, but it turns out it's actually signed. And he got this from a charity sale. It's signed by Michael Bay. I thought that was quite unusual and different. Any Michael Bay fans out there? No, of course there isn't. Oh, and how on earth could I forget this Build-A-Figure? Terrax. I wouldn't mind, it's not long since I sold one of these, so it's nice to have him back in stock. Not an easy one to find, but hey, I've got him. And this week I've had a few tubs like this in. And this is a side of the business you don't normally see. It's where I spend hours of my week going through tubs of toys, finding what's worth selling and what isn't, really. Do you want to have a look in this one? And so first thing on the top here is the Ark from Transformers Dark of the Moon, and it does have working lights and sounds. There we are. Yeah, awesome stuff. I think it's missing the missiles. Now I know someone who's just bought one of these, so he won't want it, will he? Star Wars piece here. We've got the ATAP, or ATPT, one of them. I think this is from the 30th anniversary collection. I did have a quick look beforehand, and I do believe it's got the other pieces that seem to be missing, so we'll watch out for those as we go. Transformers Age of Extinction Grimlock. That's one of those, you know, 1-step changes or 3-step changes. Transformers. Another dinosaur here, we've got Megatron from Beast Wars. Now he's missing one of the flaps to the side of his head, which to be fair, both of them are normally missing, and it's also missing the flap that covers up his chest when he's in dinosaur mode, and the water spitter. But yeah, I think a lot of this is probably end up going in a bargain bundle. We've got Jetfire. Now I think this one's all there. There's other pieces for it which I will uncover in here. I had to have a look through the box obviously when I was making an offer on it, so I know what's there. So this is a leader class figure, and it can combine with the Optimus Prime figure from the same range. So yeah, we've got a pretty cool Jetfire there. That's Optimus Prime. Now I don't think this is the one that he combines with. I could be wrong, but I think this one's from the first movie. Obviously it would be the second movie that that combines with. Don't know why he's got a black mark on his face. Very, very strange is that. Again, another leader class figure. Seems to be all there. Well, the electrics work in that one. We've got a kind of leader class. I forget what they called them in this range, but it's a Megatron from Transformers Armada. That's that one. Let's reveal his face. How do we do that? Oh, right, the top half is the wrong way around by the look of it. Oh. How do you get that to turn? There we are. There we are. That's still... There we are. That's what I'm doing wrong. He has a face shield. It's gone now. There he is. He's missing the two things either side of his head. Seems to be a common thing with Megatron, doesn't it? There's another little Megatron here as well. It's by Loyal Subject, little blind box figure. Now I have the Optimus Prime in this series, so I might nab that just to stand beside him. Got a G1 Transformers there. Come on, tell me the name. I'm not sure what this one's called, but yeah. There he is. Let's see if I can transform. That's probably about as far as he goes when it comes to a transformation. Not sure what he's called though. Let me know in the comments. Another one. I'm not sure on the name of this one either, actually. I'm alright with my first couple of years worth of Transformers, but then sort of like after the movie, I don't really know most of the characters. A couple of Seacons. We've got that one and that one. Charming looking chap, isn't he? I believe that goes with that other yellow one that we've just seen. Oh, it's got the gun there as well. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Part of Transformers Armada tidal wave there. We've got the torso. It's missing the arms and the legs. Who's this one? Who's this one? He hasn't even got a head. Where's his head? Where's his head at? Where's your head at? There it is. Found it. I've not seen this one before. It's new on me, is that one? Any ideas? Any ideas? We've got Power Glide here from the... Oh, what was it? Transformers Universe line? Or was it the Classics line? I can't remember. Another large one. Ultra Class, I think this one was called. He's pretty much all there. He's missing his weaponry, but as a Transformer itself, he's pretty much all there. I think. Randomly, there's some Hot Wheels in here. Sandstorm. G1 Sandstorm. He doesn't look to be complete though, does he? Beast Wars Rat Trap. Always a favourite of mine was Rat Trap. Am I missing something? Yes, I am. There we are. He's got no gun, sadly, but one thing, or rather four things that are always missing with this figure are the feet for the rat, and they're all there, which is quite nice. And they're quite tight on there as well, to be fair. We've got a random Turtles bike in this box. Another Beast Wars, we've got Optimus Primal. He's missing his ape head. I might have one of those somewhere though. That said, I might have sold it. Would be on those clips there. That goes to that Seacon that we looked at earlier. We've got another Armada one. I think that's Armada. It's either Armada or Energon. Again, not sure who this one actually is. Looks like Wheeljack. Could it possibly be Wheeljack? Looks like he's yellowed a little bit though, so... Yeah, there's a lot of junk in this box. Is this one Skullgrin? I think that's Skullgrin, isn't it? Missing one of the weapons off the back there. It could be one of the pieces that's rattling around the bottom of the box though. We've got a cliff jumper there from the... I wanted to say the movie, but that actually might be Prime, mightn't it? There's some of those bits for that Jetfire. Got his landing gear stroke walking stick and that big piece as well. And then we're getting down to the crap at the bottom of the box now. there's a bag full of these robot heroes. Mirage there, Blitzwing, one of the Insecticons, I think that's Kickback, Optimus Prime from the movie, another Insecticon, same one actually, isn't it? Bumblebee, is that Megatron or Starscream? And then there's some of those knockoff Lego dinosaurs in there as well. And we've got another Transformer there. Forget who that is. That's from that Universe line again as well, I think. And this is an interesting little bag. It doesn't belong with these lots at all, but it's loads of little Godzillas. And they're all sealed in the baggies. Now, I don't know if they're official. Just says China on the tails, so I'm assuming they're unofficial ones of those. But yeah, there we are. So that's that box full. That's that box full done. So now we've had a look through this box full, do you want to have a look at some of the best stuff that was in a previous box that I looked at earlier this week? Come on, let's have a look. I'll move you over to the Transformers cabinet now. So in those tubs were Mudflap, that bright yellow one there. Next to him, I think it's Longarm. I'm fairly sure that's Longarm. So you do get some decent stuff in the boxes, but also in there was that tidal wave back there. Now he's missing the little jet that he comes with, and he's missing the missiles, but other than that he's all there. So he's a cool one. A very good one. What else might there be in there? That's right, there was this Starscream hoist there with Refute from, oh, where are they from? I think he's from Cybertron and he's from Armada, isn't he? And then we've got the Armada Galvatron back there, and all he's missing are the two ear bits at either side of his head, as you can see. That's the flap I was talking about that's missing from that other Megatron. Yes, this is another one. And down here there's an Armada Prime as well. He was also in there, as was that little Thundercracker from Transformers Animated. Oh, I've missed one. Brawl from the first movie. Just missing the missile. So there was some good stuff in those tubs. Some very good stuff indeed. And from those bags and tubs of Transformers, there were some original G1 pieces. In fact, there were some complete original G1 pieces, and even a boxed piece. So I've had a rejig of the Transformers cabinet. I've squeezed them all in there. It's looking nice and full again now, is this shelf. So I'm going to show you them in here. Alright? First up back there are a couple of the big boys, and they're probably the better pieces of the whole lot, really. We've got a complete Ultra Magnus. Well, I say complete, he's actually missing two of his red missiles. Obviously he only holds two in his rocket launchers, but he's supposed to come with an extra two as well. They haven't turned up yet, but you know what, I'm fairly sure I've got some somewhere, so maybe I can dig them out. And then there's also Superion there. Only thing missing from this guy are the individual weapons for the little jets. Otherwise, again, complete. Nice piece, nice condition. And there's also top spin and twin twist back there. One of them's ever so slightly yellowed on the torso, as you can see, but other than that, all in good condition. No weapons for those two, sadly. But we do have a near complete Hot Rod. He's missing one of his guns. He's supposed to come with two, only has the one. But very, very nice condition. There's some beautiful, beautiful chrome on that. As you can see, it's usually you find with all this chrome. Well, you know, we've talked about it before. The chrome that tends to wear off when it's played with. Also stickers, very, very nice on that one. It could be because it also came with Rodimus Prime. Now that is complete, it's got all the pieces in that little baggie that it's sat on right there. Even has the instructions. But that one has a little play wear. Not much, you can see it's in really nice condition, but it's just, I'd say very good condition rather than near mint or excellent or anything like that. But you know what is in excellent condition? You know what is minty mint? It's that Insecticon back there, Shrapnel. That is absolutely gorgeous. Complete with the weapon. Chrome wear is absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it does come with the box and instructions, as you can see, because he stood on it. And the box, although not mint, it's in really, really nice, very good condition. So, nice little batch of vintage Transformers there that came in that helped me fill up this cabinet that's been quite empty for a little while. But you know what else was in amongst all that stuff? Some of these, which I quite love. Now, they are Japanese transforming robots, but they're not Transformers. Now, I know Hasbro would like to think that they had monopoly on transforming robots, but they didn't, which is why I can't say that these are bootlegs or knockoffs. But they have a varying degree of quality to the feel of plastic. This one's probably the worst of the lot, although still it's in good condition. It's got no broken parts or anything. But I can't get one of these legs. Whenever you try and stand him up, the leg just pops up, so he's not going to stand, which is why I sat down. The silver, the one there, the gunmetal grey one, and I don't know what these are, by the way. I haven't tried looking yet, so if you want to leave some information in the comments for me, you can do. They all turn into bugs or insects of some kind. As you can see, he does stand up. Again, it's a flimsy feel of plastic, so how these have survived so long is beyond me. And then the pinky purple one back there, that one is a much more solid plastic. The plastic actually feels like proper Transformers. And I believe it had a maker's mark on it, and I forgot what it is now. But again, nice chrome work on all of those. We have that little blue GoBot as well. And that orange and yellow thing back there. I forget what the name is, so I'm going to cut in with that.
Mugen Caliber Variable Vehicle.
So yeah, another little nice batch that came out of that wonderful bagful of Transformers. And the last piece to show you from that Transformers lot is, and then another vintage Transformers piece, another vintage boxed Transformers piece, but it's not actually a Transformer. Now, it's not in the best of state, isn't this one, but I want to show you it anyway, because I know that there's a certain Vault Keeper, you know, Mr. Vaults of Iacon. I know he'd really like this piece, and I know that it's not up to his standards, so I'm going to show it here. So you get to see it, and he gets to see why I don't think it's good enough for his wonderful collection. And that's it, it's the walkie-talkies, the combat communicators. Let's get it out of this cabinet and have a little look at it. Now, first up, the front of the box is faded quite significantly, I will say, and there's a tear straight down the side there, that's peeling, and that alone for me, as far as I'm concerned, having seen his collection multiple times and how minty everything is, that alone tells me that it's not good enough for his. But I'm fairly sure it'll be good enough for somebody's collection. Let's have a look at the back of the box. Got that wonderful original G1 art on the back there, which I like. Can anyone identify who these bots are actually meant to be as well? Because they're not instantly recognisable as far as I'm concerned. I do have to wonder if these were designed purely just to stick in this box and aren't actually a proper character from Transformers. I'm fairly sure they're not. It's certainly not him, is it? Anyway, let's get these out of the box. I've not had a look at them yet. get them out and have a look. Well, the styrene's a nice white. I have to wonder what was supposed to be in there. Unless there was never anything ever meant to be in there. There we are. So we've got a sticker peel in there. It is all there, so I suppose it could be glued back on. Ah, so they ran off 9 volts, did they? I think most of the walkie-talkies back in the 80s ran off those square 9 volt batteries, didn't they? I suppose individually they're in quite nice condition, aren't they? So they're by Durham Industries, under license from Hasbro, 1983. Cool. I suppose they display quite nicely, even out of the box, don't they? I like them. They've got a certain charm. A certain charm, for definite. I haven't tested them, I don't think. No, tell me, is this something you wouldn't want in your collection if it didn't work? I always look at these kind of things and think, well, it's vintage electronics, they don't tend to survive too well, you know, in working form. You're never going to use them, so I personally don't care if they actually work. Unless it's like an electronic toy where it moves around and does something, but if it's just walkie-talkies or something like that, I don't know, does it matter if they work? Let me know in the comments, that's an interesting topic of conversation, is that? Pop it back in there. And it also seems that we've lost the top flap across there as well. So there you are, Mr. Ed. I don't think this is good enough for you. What do you think? In and amongst those boxes full of Transformers, there were also these lovely little Rock Lords. And I am a fan of Rock Lords, I think they are amazing. This one is one that I had as a kid and it's always been a favourite of mine. They call him Slimestone. Couldn't tell you the name of all the others though. And these are all of them. The good fun of these things. Very quick and easy to transform, so you don't get stressed out. I dare say there's still plenty kids that go up and say, Mum, Dad, can you transform this one for me, please? That's just the job of parents, isn't it? I think this one's called Crackpot, if I remember rightly. Can't remember him though. I've never seen this one before. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen that. Tallest one of the lot. I think this one's Granito. There we are. His blue face looks like Darkseid, doesn't it? That's same as another Slimestone, so I won't bother with that, and I won't bother with that one. Here we are. Nugget. I know this one as well. Go. Sadly, the chrome ones do have a lot of playwear to them. Still fun little characters. Now, I've never had this in before. This is Rock Lords as well. It can be a roll along vehicle or a jet type thing. That way. There we go. Different, isn't it? What is it? The Rockmobile? There was another one as well, but sadly it's missing an arm, so that one will probably end up in the bin. And there was also this fluffy little thing which I didn't realise is actually part of Rock Lords as well. Gnarlephant, I think it's called. There we are. Nice bunch of Rock Lords. And now I've got to open a few boxes and see what's inside them. This week's delivery has arrived. I'm going to kick off with the comics as per usual, and with DC we've got Green Lantern. It's that cover variant like those others from last week. Marvel, and we've got the Amazing Spider-Man issue 53. Spider-Boy issue 9. Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 issue 5, so that completes that little run now, and I'll be selling those as sets. Watch out for those. Venom Kid, I believe this is, or Kid Venom? Kid Venom, issue 1, and it's the negative space variant. Ah, very cool looking. Avengers, issue 16. Daredevil, issue 11. Over to IDW, and we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 40th Anniversary Comics Celebration. It's a one-shot. How's it look inside? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's a nice piece of artwork, is that? That'll make a nice poster. Looks like it's made up of short stories, does this one? So it'll probably be a mixture of artists and writers. Very cool, very cool. So that's cover A. We've also got cover B. I think I prefer cover A. Yeah, I think I do. Godzilla, Best of Space Godzilla. And Image Comics, we've got Transformers. Well, Image or Skybound, depending on how you want to look at it. We've got Cult of Lamb, issue 2. And we've received a replacement from Blood Moon Comics of that issue 2 of Deliverers from Evil. So the last copy was pretty damaged, wasn't it? Gun Honey, Collision Course, issue 2. And issue 3. Now, this is an interesting one. It's an older title now. I believe it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Is it Mighty Morphin? That doesn't say. Issue 50, I think. Yep. There we go. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Necessary Evil. It's issue 50. It's the foil wraparound variant. So let's have a look at them together. Let's have a look at them together. There we are. Look at that. It's quite nice, is that, isn't it? Anyway, these were over a £5 when they were last in. These are going to be on special at £2.50. Can't go wrong. Also got Archie's Christmas in July. And moving on to the manga, we've got Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 22. Kaiju number 8, Volume 10. Rainbow Days, Volume 10. Star Wars Visions, the manga anthology. Solo Leveling, Volume 5. Stay by My Side After the Rain, Volume 1. And we've got Hitorigami, I believe that says My Hero, manga box set 1, which has got 6 books in there and whatever that is there. Now, what else did Diamond send me this week? There's a few boxes. Star Wars Black Series Marathon. Who's running a race? Let's have a look. Oh, no, that doesn't belong in there, does it? Oh, it looks like they finally sent me the rest of those. Okay. What else is in here then? Who's the marathon? There we are. Key Addy Monday. Very cool. Yay. We've got some Marvel Legends right here. Let's have a look. Retro collection. It's Carnage. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I like that one. And Marvel Legends SPDR Tidal Wave 1. It's a Deadpool one. That's Wolverine. We've already had Deadpool, haven't we? That's nice. I wonder if we're going to get him in his costume as well. Hope so. Do hope so. And right underneath here, we've got some Ghostbusters 2 boxes of the same thing. It's the Ecto-1. And there you go, Ecto-1, that's the 1984 version. Let's have a look, see what that's done. I'm going to have to tip that out, and otherwise I'll damage the box. Let's have a look, there we are. Artwork and a photograph, that's what we get on these boxes now. Yeah. Figures for those should be coming soon as well, so watch out for them. Right. We're not done, there's more to come. I need to clear this table. So what else have we got now this table's clear? Oh, I've got a restock of Annabelle. I haven't had this in for quite a long time, and I should have had it in because it's quite a popular item is this one. Anyway, there it is. We have just received Terrifier, a mega scale figure with sound. He's pretty cool, isn't he? Look at him. Very nasty looking face he's got. We've got Robocop restocks at long last. These have been out of stock for quite a while now. Very nice indeed. And Elvira's Scary Xmas. Don't open until Christmas. Now this one, it should have been in before, but when I asked about it, due to miscommunication, the rep thought I was referring to another one that wasn't released at the time. So anyway, it's here at last. 2 of them because I've got 2 orders for them. Love that little goblin. Love the gingerbread men as well, or ginger dead men. And one other thing that came in that's just come out this week, or at least it has in the UK, it's the Mezco 5 points TMNT set. That's it. So you get all 4 figures in there, and loads of accessories, and by the look of it, loads of different arms and legs and hands, so you can put them in all sorts of different poses and whatnot. Now, I noticed that these boxes are not taped up, they're not sealed, so I'm going to open the flap and see what they look like inside. Oh my! Now, I have to say that I'm a little irritated right now. The decisions that these companies are making. I get that we're trying to cut down on plastic and that's why that there's no window in this box. But if you're going to pack it in a plastic tray like this anyway, why couldn't you have a hole in the front of that box so that you can see what's inside? It's not rocket science, is it? Very nice though, very nice looking figures. These are 3 3/4 inch scale. So I suppose they could go well with your Super 7 reaction figures, maybe. And I dare say there's going to be another tray. Yeah, there's another tray underneath. Let's move this out of the way so we can see what else there is. We've got stands. And we've got the accessories. Looks like a pair of nunchucks have fallen out there. Pop them back in. Not quite sure what these are. Yeah, like translucent stands to make them look like they're flying through the air whilst kicking? I don't know. There we are. So yeah, that's everything that's arrived on this week's delivery. And to have a look at the Oberon Auction pickups, I'm going to have a wander around the shop with you because I've already got them priced up and I've already got them out on the shelves and in the cabinets. So yeah, that's a little different, isn't it? A very different way of doing things, isn't it, Mr. Toyman? First batch, have a look at these Robotech figures. And of course these are from the Harmony Gold Robotech series. The one that's a mashup of 3 different Japanese animes, including Macross, of course. It's the Bioroid Terminator. Now these are all, I won't say mint, but as near to mint as you're likely going to get. I've got a funny feeling this is probably a case of these that just never got sold. And yeah, they really are all in lovely condition. All of them are the same figure. They're all the Bioroid Terminator, so I don't need to flick through them and show you them all. But yeah, that's an unusual little lot. Not something I'd normally bother with, but vintage carded figures, and they were a good price, so well, I had to nab them, didn't I? And the first batch I was lucky enough to win from the Oberon Auction was this lot of 6 action figures. Carded, packaged action figures. And this particular lot includes 3 alien figures. We've got the Kenner Gorilla Alien, the second release of this one, where it's in like a deep purple. The card is in reasonable condition. Well, I think I'd be quite tight there. It's in very good condition, just got a little bit of a scuff there. And what else could we get in this line? All those, Mantis, Warrior, Rhino, Bull, Snake, and this Gorilla. I've also got the Scorpion. There we are. Scorpion Kenner Alien. Comes with a facehugger. And a trading card, a biodata card. Again, really nice condition on this one. And lovely artwork showing what else you could get in the series. And last but not least amongst those was this one. A Space Marine with ATAX camo, whatever, disguise armour. Again, lovely card. I love the card art on these, and I am tempted to keep this one because I have started collecting these Kenner Aliens. So yeah, I'm very tempted to keep this one. This one and the Scorpion I might be tempted to keep. Can't keep everything, guys, can't keep everything. And there were some Ghostbuster figures as well. There was Gozer. These are all from the Diamond Select series. We get Gozer the Destructor. We've got the Taxi Driver Zombie. And we've got Janine Melnitz. Awesome stuff. And you have to watch these auction listings because this next lot, it's 2 separate lots actually. I bid on them because it said that they came in, what was the description again? That's right, excellent condition, complete in box. Normally, that means that they've been out of the box, they've been on display, still in good condition, and come in the box. Well, I bid on these with the intention of opening them up, doing an unboxing and review of them for you guys to watch, and then keep them for a little bit, because I think these will display very nice with some stormtroopers I have. You'll see, you'll see. And then eventually I would sell them. Well, it turns out that the boxes were still sealed. And there they are. And yet, those would look very nice next to some Hot Toy Stormtroopers. Yeah, it's really unusual for auctions to undersell something. Anyway, these are, regardless of the fact that I'm not going to be opening them up because they are sealed and I don't like breaking seals on hard to find toys. These are lovely pieces. Obviously you can't beat a chrome toaster, can you? Lovely is that. Very, very, very nice indeed. Oh, just looking at it now wants me to I want to take it home and oh no, I can't. I bought them with the intention to sell at some point. Yeah, really, really nice pieces, these. They're a classic, aren't they? Classic design. Absolutely classic. And there's the gold one as well, which obviously is the Cylon Commander. Again, lovely. I do prefer the silver one personally, but it is nice. Now, that little plastic, it's not tape, is it? But it's supposed to hold it in the packaging. It has popped out, but it's still, the box is still sealed 100%. It's not been touched since it was put in there. Yeah, these are possibly some of my favourites from the auction lots. Very, very nice. And they're not the only Battlestar Galactica pieces that I picked up, because I also got those. Let's have a look at them. Now, these are the Eaglemoss official Starship collection of Battlestar Galactica. And I've already taken photos of these. They're already listed on the website. And I'm going to show you those photos as I talk about them. Now, I did plan on putting them in a glass cabinet, and I was going to be able to show you them all from all angles and everything. But I haven't had time. The cabinets need a little bit of a rejig. So until I get around to doing that, this is actually the best I can do for you. But we've got the classic Galactica there, the actual Battlestar Galactica from the original series there. Lovely model, and all of these are now very hard to find because they're discontinued. The company that made them has gone bust, and they just don't pop up very often. We've got the Viper Mark 1 from the original series there as well. Lovely, lovely model. Classic design as well. And you can't have a Viper unless you've got a Cylon Raider. And guess what? We've got the Cylon Raider. There it is. Very nice. Also got the base star, base ship. Actually, they were called Base Star, weren't they? Were they? I can't remember now. It's so many years since I watched it. Probably Base Ship. Obviously, they've done the research more than I have. And we've got the Land Ram as well. Those ones you've seen are all from the classic series, the 1978 series. But we've also got a modern Centurion as well. All of them, except this Centurion, are mint. Absolutely perfect. Sadly, this one, you see how the feet go into the base? Well, by putting it into the base, there was a crack and one of the ankles snapped. That's how much attention to detail this company had when they were making things. They didn't think, oh, these legs need to be in the right position so that they'll go into the holes that we've designed. And yeah, sadly, one of the ankles has cracked, so I've had to drop that from the usual price to a more reasonable one. But they make a nice display once you get them all out. They're lovely pieces. Now, here is a little lot that I know you wouldn't expect me to be picking up at auction. But it's something I wanted for years. I've got now, and I realise it doesn't really go with any of my collections at home. It's the Royal Dalton Middle-earth collection. Now, it's not a complete collection. Apparently there's 12 in the set. I've got 7 here, so that's over half of them. We've got Legolas. They're all immaculate as well. They're all absolutely mint until I drop one while filming this. And they came out between 1979 and 1980. Or at least the ones I've got did. So we've got Legolas there. We've got Boromir and Aragorn there. There's such character and charm to these. I really, really do love them. But like I say, they just don't fit with anything that I have at home. I've got a very eclectic collection, but these just don't work with anything. There's Aragorn there, or Strider, you might say. Very nice, very nice. Gollum, you've already seen. I love the fact that it comes with a little skull. Something you wouldn't ever expect Royal Dalton to have sculpted, really. Yeah, he's nice. Beside him, we've got Bilbo. Really nice. They're all really nice. I need to stop saying really nice. They are all really nice. And of course, we've got Gandalf and Frodo there as well. Gandalf is my favourite. Love Gandalf. Gandalf the Blue, I suppose this one is, isn't it? But yeah, these are obviously based on the animated movies, or well, the animated movie in 1970. Yeah, was it 77? I think it was 77, wasn't it? Same year as Star Wars, strangely enough. Sadly, they never finished it. We never got Return of the King, did we? Yeah. Lovely little collection there. Lovely. 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 And there are very nice accompaniments, those Danbury mint plates that I got several months ago. And without a shadow of a doubt, the best piece that I picked up from the auctions has to be this wonderful Blue Thunder model. Oh, it's very nice. It's very, very nice. Blue Thunder, brought to you by Dream Machine. This is quite an old model now, is this? I've had it in once before, several years ago, and it flew out of the door very quickly. Pun not intended. It's a 132 scale model, as it says there on the box, and is not intended for kids. It's a very high detailed die-cast and plastic model is this one. It's a very, very nice piece. A wonderful, wonderful piece is this. Now you can see I'm flipping the box around quite easily, and that's because the model itself is not in the box. I have got it out so that I can show it to you, because that's the whole point of these videos, isn't it? So that you can have a look at these wonderful things. Now let me put the camera down so that I can handle this with both hands, because I don't want to risk dropping it. It really doesn't want to be dropped, doesn't this?
Sir, you're wanted on the pad.
Do you think you can fly it? You flew it, didn't you? Irritating old cocksucker, isn't he?
He's totally unsuitable for our purpose.
We'll have a little game. Follow my leader.
Of course, with that kind of firepower, it wouldn't be used unless our worst-case scenario came to pass, like armed insurrection.
No, the review board wants to have you up for psychiatric reevaluation.
Oh, come on.
Well, what do you expect after your little wig out last month?
Oh, my God.
One civilian dead for every 10 terrorists. That's an acceptable ratio?
Unless you're one of the civilians.
Well, that's it. Call it off.
May I respectfully remind you that there is still a crazy man up there with 620mm cannon?
Are you threatening me, Murphy?
No, I'm telling you.
Back off.
Give me that!
There we go. Look at that. How sexy is that one? There's some wonderful detail on it. I mean, truly, truly wonderful. It's a very, very nice model is this one. When I last had this in, the same seller also sold me an Airwolf by another company, and it was just as good a model as this one is. But yeah, those days are long gone now, unfortunately. To pay quite a hefty price tag to get this in, and naturally the price I charge is going to be reflected there. Now, it does come with the third propeller, which is here, the blade. I haven't put it on, otherwise it'd be sticking into this and there wouldn't be room for me to actually pop this here in the light box. So yeah, it's a nice model. There's not much I can say about this. I don't know a great deal about Blue Thunder. It's not a film that I ever watched. It's before my time. In fact, it's the year that I was born. It's when Blue Thunder came out. But it does have a rotating rotor that goes round. It's got posable cannon on the front there, as you can see. Let's lift it. You can take the cockpit window out to have a look at the guy inside and the details inside. Shall I do it? Dare I? There we go. As you can see, it's really, really well detailed, is that? I'm always frightened of breaking these things when I'm touching them and handling them. But it's, I'm going to put it down now. But it's a wonderful model, it really is. And that's why it's so sought after now. It's long since out of production, it's sought after now, and yeah, hard to find. Yeah. What did you prefer back in the day? Did you prefer Airwolf or did you prefer Blue Thunder? I've got a funny feeling most people are going to say Airwolf, but there's got to be some Blue Thunder lovers out there, hasn't there? Got to be. Now this last one is a bit of a big one. It's a bit of a doozy. Remember the big Batman? The 1989 Michael Keaton Batman sideshow statue that I had? Well, I sold it. And do you remember the big Balrog that I got in a few weeks ago? Yeah, I sold that too. They were both in the window until they sold, and that's left a very, very, very large gap in the window. So I need to think of something else to fill that gap with. I wonder what it could possibly be. Here to cover the land in a second darkness is Keir Starmer. I mean, the Lord Sauron. Yeah, I got this big bad boy from Oberon Auctions. It was worth going over to pick this one up. He is very nice. Now, this isn't actually the first time that I've had this particular piece in. I've had it in once before. It took a little while, but eventually it did sell. Well, I've got it again now. So, let's have a proper look at him, shall we? This is a very high detail, stunning figure, statue, sculpture of the Dark Lord Sauron, as seen in the prelude at the beginning of the first Lord of the Rings movie, Fellowship of the Ring. Oh, and doesn't he strike an imposing figure? He is gazing intently at his One Ring on his finger there. Oh, it's lovely. It's very spiky. Very, very spiky. He's the Lord of Goth, isn't he? Very heavy metal, very heavy metal. It's actually a very, very heavy statue, to be honest with you. It's very difficult to move around on the tabletop here. It just is. But it's a lovely piece, is this? Absolutely beautiful. If such a dark and evil thing can be considered beautiful, then this definitely is. Look at him there, holding his mace that took out so many elves and men and dwarves and whatever else in that battle for Middle-earth. Wasn't it at the base of Mount Doom, I think? I can't remember now. I think it was, wasn't it? It's very, very nice. And there's an awful lot of movement. I can manage to turn him round without causing any damages. In the cape at the back, just look at that. Billowing in this non-existent wind. There's an awful lot of movement in it. It looks really, really cool. In fact, really cool does not describe this very well at all. It looks absolutely epic. It really, really does. It comes. It's got really, really nice weathering. Your close-up look at that, I suppose. Yeah, it's got really, really nice weathering and dirt all over his robes there. And over his boots as well. The base is stood on is supposed to be like the I'm fairly sure it is Mount Doom, you know, the plains beside it, and obviously you got the cracks with the glowing lava showing through it as well. And underneath that, the actual black bases in this range of statues and figurines, they all had the map of Middle-earth on them. Obviously most of that molten rock type base covers most of it on this particular figurine, but it's still there, it's still very, very well detailed, is this. Sideshow Weta certainly knew what they were doing with these Lord of the Rings statues. These probably funded the films. Probably paid off the debts of making the films with all these statues. It's a really epic piece, is this one? It really is. It's nice to have it back in stock, and I know it's going to be causing a lot of jaws to drop once it ends up in the window again next week. Lovely stuff. And that's it for this week's roundup of trade-ins at Cosmic Toys. Thanks so much for watching. It's always a pleasure, and I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for all you guys at home. So thanks so much for that. Yeah, that. You know the score. I'm not even going to say it anymore. What do you say? Hey? Nothing? You got nothing to say at all? Well. Bye-bye.